First King 19. So Elisha, in the face of the king, like he put to death Baal prophets and everything. But then when the king told his wife Jezebel and she wants to take his life, he got scared and he ran away. And he thinks that he's the only one of the Lord left. But God appeared to Elisha. God actually met with him, and he told him that there are actually 7,000 in Israel, all whose knees have not bowed down to Baal, and whose mouths have not kissed him. So these people God has reserved. And so there are other people that is being faithful to God, and sometimes we feel alone, but that is not the case. Like, I think when we're feeling alone, that means we are like me-centric. We're like too focused on ourselves, instead of knowing that God sees the bigger picture. God sees everything. And then he was afraid, but then Elisha, like it, it feels like God thinks that it's the right time for Elijah to be like finished. I think he grew weary. He even said right here, God, like right here, God, I've had enough, Lord. Take my life. I am no better than my ancestors. And so I think in modern day, we would call this a depression, where he's just done with everything. And I actually feel like that too, like living or just being around the culture and like not wanting a part of it. It really, like, it takes a lot of, I guess, willpower every day to like just block out all the noise, all the things that are ungodly, and constantly having to do that in my mind, through songs or like propaganda, anything like that. So it's like God said to take each thought captive. So just doing it over and over and over again, and being like kind of like looked down on, that constant opposition, that constant feeling like there's so little people that have the same thought process and the same values as me, that really does bring down my spirit sometimes and make me feel alone and make me feel like I've had enough. And so I think at this time God already have a lineup of other people who will succeed Elijah, and one of them is Elisha, who will be a prophet for God. And so Elijah came, and it's interesting that Elijah just threw his cloak around Elisha, and Elisha like felt like, oh, he's calling me. But so he wanted to like say goodbye to his parents first, and Elisha said, what have I done to you? I don't understand what that means. Like, it's like, oh, I haven't, like, there's no problem doing that or something. But the conversation here is weird, the way that they talk, but they understood each other, obviously. And so Elisha then became Elisha's servant. And I wonder if God already put it in Elisha's heart. That's why he was so ready. I think that's the way that God works. Whenever God raised people up, he put like a purpose in their heart, a desire, and when their desire aligns with his, then he works with it. And I think that's how, like, that's why some people, when they're called, they're so ready and willing.